On March 20th, the City of Worcester opened the first of several planned emergency shelters for the homeless in our community. Located at North High School, this shelter can house up to 25 people and is a collaboration between the City of Worcester and several partners in the healthcare and faith-based communities.
So the goal of this really is to make sure nobody is left out of being protected and thought about and cared for during this pandemic, including our homeless population. We know shelters by their very nature tend to be close living quarters, often overcrowded, unfortunately. And so that is exactly the wrong kind of living situation to have people in during a pandemic like this.
So this is one part of the emergency shelter that will house the clients. There are 20 beds right here. This will be the male section of the shelter. And then beyond that curtain will be the female section.
In addition to large sleeping quarters, this shelter also has a community space where clients can eat, play games, listen to music, and watch television, bathrooms with showers, and access to the outdoors. Meals will be provided throughout the day by community partners.
Both breakfast and lunch will be delivered by the Worcester Public Schools School Nutrition Department. As you probably know, they're already doing a Meals on Wheels program for students in various neighborhoods. Our same department will be also providing meals in the morning and in the afternoon. And then as far as the evening meals, they will be delivered by some donations in the community.
Additional shelter sites are opening at Worcester Technical High School, Ascension Church, and St. John's Church. Finding suitable locations has been an intensive process, as the city wants to provide shelter for as many members of the homeless population as possible, while also taking every precaution to prevent the spread of disease.
The locations are really crucial because you want a place that has the shower facilities, has the area for food, has the ability for folks to be able to sleep and separate men from women. And so our schools became the natural kind of location that have those kind of amenities all in one spot. Luckily, we have great partners with the Worcester Public Schools who are open to that. And then we wanted to make sure that we were kind of spreading folks around. We didn't want everybody in one location because that can have its challenges.
So the Worcester Public Schools is a very important part of the family of the whole city. And we know we have a lot of resources and we have facilities and we have people. And so obviously we're all part of making Worcester safe.
These shelters will be open for as long as necessary, with no plans to close until school is back in session and, as the city manager puts it,
until we have a situation where people can go back to some sense of normalcy about their daily life.
Clients will have access to constant care from staff and volunteers who come from the Worcester Public School System, Net of Compassion, and various other community partners.
It's a 24-hour operation, so we'll have folks who are here around the clock on different shifts, providing security, providing medical support, volunteers who make sure everything is supervised, because we appreciate that a lot of these folks are struggling with addiction, they're struggling with mental health issues and other things. So we want to make sure they're safe, we want to make sure everybody in the shelter is safe. So Pastor Ritchie and the Net of Compassion know how to do this. 4 years of having 50 people a night at Hotel Grace during the winter months. They've never had an overdose, never had a violent action. They know the staffing model. They know the clients as well. So they know the uniqueness of each of them and what their challenges are. They have a rapport. So they were the logical folks to partner with on this.
These shelters are just one of the many ways that the Worcester community has come together in recent weeks to make sure that we, as a city, continue to support each other. Information about other initiatives can be found at WorcesterMA.gov, and if you would like to volunteer, you can email volunteer@WorcesterMA.gov.
The community partners and the funding sources, everybody just stepped up. Everybody didn't miss a beat in saying, yeah, this is something we need to do. This is who we are as a city, paying attention to people who might be on hard times, but they're not being left behind.